knocks it off the glass.
And the correction, it was not a double technical foul. It was a double personal foul.
Tatum goes all the way. They force Irving going to work. Pulls up. Brown on the board. Tatum, three-pointer on its way. And good! Been a huge quarter for him as well. He's got 16 overall, 13 in the quarter as Brown scores it. On a buzzer-beating layup by Jason Tatum in Game 1 Sunday. Brooklyn trying to grab one on the road here. And now three-point finds Durant. And now it's Jaylen Brown on the pick. Brown and Irving. And a foul and counted. Jaylen Brown a chance in a three-point play. 5-point game. Brooklyn.
That's absolutely right what he said to Stephanie. He's seeing a crowd as he turns it over again.
Tatum on the run out.
It's a crowd of long, athletic.
Looking to feed. He finds Jaylen Brown. Brown leaves it. Tice got Durant in the air.
Wide open.
I think both teams, and I don't know how much they have in their system, but both teams are going to need to play off the ball more.
Jaylen Brown with Irving on him. Now Pritchard gives it right back. Brown on the drive. Brown hangs. Scores! They protected it well. That's their first turnover in 11 minutes. Was a problem early in the third. Pritchard on a little shake. And Barrett's gone. It's a long two for Peyton Pritchard. Crawford gives it right back to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Got Curry on him. Durant looming. Tatum dribbles away from him. Tatum scores! Dragic on Tatum. He'll pull it for three. And Smart. Gotta get one up here. Shot clock at 1. And Smart off the window! Oh, with the left hand!
By the foul line, making them see green.
Pass goes into the corner. Three-pointer is good. Patty Mills against Grant Williams. Tough fall-away shot, misses. Bruce Brown, another rebound. And then throws it away to Smart. Smart, two-pointer, puts it in. Double team. Brown gets inside, back out to Griffin. Stolen by Jaylen Brown. Gets away. He thought he fouled him. Griffin thought he fouled him, and Jaylen Brown throws it down.
Just turnovers that are leading directly to baskets.
Jaylen Brown, nice adjustment, banks it in. Out there, Blake Griffin is on defense. Jaylen Brown, step back three. It's good. Jaylen Brown, Patty Mills on him. Step back, jump shot. It's good. Grant Williams on the steal, throws it to Tatum. Tatum inside, layup is good, and the foul.
They say you could learn a lot about a man by how he responds when he's down. If he's the kind of person who's going to fight all the way to the end, that's typically a person you want on your squad. If it's a guy who's going to shy away or run away or shrink when you need him most, it's typically not a guy that you want on your team. Or if he's going to be on your team, we definitely don't want him to be running your team. One of the best players, one of the foundational pieces of your team. Losing is part of the game. You win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But the thing that's almost inexcusable is quitting. Quitting means that you put yourself in a light where you saw yourself as inferior and not even able to give a fair opportunity to compete. That is what quitting consists of. What I saw from Kevin Durant last night was something that I never thought I'd ever see from a player of Kevin Durant's caliber. I never thought I'd see that from a guy who is an MVP, a multiple-time All-Star, arguably one of the best players in the game. I didn't expect him to come out here and play timid, shy, afraid, inferior. That's the word that really sticks out to me the most. Getting outplayed is one thing. Tatum is an able and willing NBA player, arguably one of the best rising stars in the game today. For him to come out and make Kevin Durant his lapdog like that last night, and essentially this entire series, is something that, to me, as an NBA fan who's been watching for a good part of a decade, I'm flabbergasted, man. I'm flabbergasted. Last night was an awful, awful showing from almost everybody not named Bruce Brown plays for the Celtics. Bruce Brown last night was the only positive factor I have as it pertains to the Brooklyn Nets as a basketball team last night in that Game 3. When you needed them most, when you needed Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to come out and give you the performance that will take you over the top, give you that jolt that allowed Ben Simmons to come in Game 4 and have something to actually play for. You didn't get any of that. I'll give Kyrie credit. Kyrie tried. Kyrie came out here, and I will say he did not quit. He did not lay down. He did not have an excellent game. But I will give Kyrie an A+ in the effort department. He was out there trying to do good. He was out there being aggressive. He was getting in the lane. He was playing defense. He played well, I'll say. Not good, not great. He played well. Kevin Durant played atrocious. Kevin Durant played like somebody who is his first time ever playing in a big moment. He did not play like a guy who's been in the state multiple times in his career. He has not played like a guy who's trying to gain of his first championship without Steph Curry. He didn't play like a guy who came out and was trying to shut down the critics and tell everybody to shut the hell up who's ever had something negative to say about his championships. He didn't do any of that. The guy that we saw last night was the guy that blew the 3-1 lead. The guy that everybody saw as a cupcake after leaving Oklahoma City and blowing that 3-1 lead and going to Golden State. That's the guy we saw last night. The guy who we saw towards the end of the regular season who was like, hey, man, we not worried about none of that stuff. Just tip the ball up. We didn't see that guy last night. We got the guy who is, hey, man, I'm just here to hoop. I don't really care what happens. I'm just here to play basketball. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. It's disappointing in its beginning states, but then it gets damn right infuriating. So listen, let's take a minute we'll step away from Kevin Durant and Kyrie for 1 second. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics, because the Boston Celtics played excellent in both Game 2 and Game 3. I wasn't able to come in here and make a video after Game 2. I had a busy week, but I caught up on some highlights. Brooklyn had what came out. They played hard. They played fierce. Bruce Brown was playing well. Goran played well. All they needed was a C+ or a B+ game from Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and they would have been able to walk away with a Game 2 when they were up by double digits. I believe it was like 9 points going into the half, and before the end of the third quarter, that lead was evaporated. Why was the lead evaporated, you ask, Joe? For reasons that we already know. They don't play defense. They don't have any defense at the point of attack. They don't have any rim protection. Once their defense collapses one time, they're giving up wide open threes to shooters like Al Horford and guys like Grant Williams and guys like who want to hit wide open corner threes. And then at the worst times, we're just letting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown play one-on-one against guys like Seth Curry and Goran Dragic and Patty Mills and Kyrie Irving. And it's just like, wait a minute, do we not have a single forward on the roster? Is Kevin Durant and Kessler Edwards our only forwards on the entire team? And then it's like, oh no, we have more forwards, because here comes Blake Griffin in Game 3 in a time when we're losing it. The game is slipping away. He comes in, he gives us a big jolt, a big fucking insulin shot of energy. Shout out to Blake Griffin. I appreciate you coming in and playing that effort. I believe you should have been playing more throughout the series for whatever reasons, unbeknown to us. You weren't able to get any playing time outside of the last 10 minutes of Game 3. It's confusing to me. It's confusing to me, and all it does is point the eyes right to Steve Nash. Yes, we will talk about the players in a moment. I would talk about the players because trust me, none of these players outside of Bruce Brown deserve any type of praise, any type of adulation, any type of anything. They all deserve to get shit on. So we're going to start with the head coach and we'll make our way down. All right, Steve Nash has got to be the worst current NBA coach in the NBA right now. This man makes no defensive schemes. I remember last year, the scouting report on the Milwaukee Bucks was that Mike Budenholzer didn't make any adjustments. He makes more adjustments than Steve Nash does. Steve Nash's game plan essentially for this entire season from game 1 to now game 3 of the fucking NBA playoffs has been KD, Kyrie, take us there. KD, Kyrie, we don't got to worry about defense. We just got to make sure that KD and Kyrie are healthy. If they're on the court, the rest will work itself out. At no point has Steve Nash ever tried to put together a nice lineup that will fit well around KD and Kyrie. He never even implemented a way for KD and Kyrie to maybe learn how to play better together. Instead of them having to play iso ball one after the other, you go, then I go. Instead of us having to do that, maybe we could have tried some fucking 1-4 pick and rolls. You know, maybe once a 1-4 pick and phase. Imagine a pick and roll where you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. You have Kyrie Irving as the ball handler and Kevin Durant as your pop man or your roller. What are you going to do about that? And then you have Bruce Brown cutting. Can you imagine that? That involves coaching though, Steve Nash. So I don't know why I expected that from you. But the defensive is a whole other thing. I understand not having the great personnel. I understand they don't have that many forwards. But for some reason, outside of game 1, Kessler Edwards doesn't see the floor again. Kessler Edwards was not great. He was not great, but he's not 6'4". You know, he's got some height. He's got a little bit more muscle. He can put up a little bit more resistance against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, aka 2 of the best forwards currently in the NBA. Just thought that he might be able to get some run. Maybe Blake Griffin would have been able to, you know what I'm saying? He's not a great defender, but one thing, he's damn sure going to give effort. And sometimes when you're dealing with guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, just having a bigger body who's going to fucking try will do wonders for you. It really will. And there was a couple possessions there in the fourth quarter. Blake Griffin played Jason Tatum extremely well. Or not just Tatum, Jaylen Brown extremely well. Jaylen Brown still ate that nigga's lunch. Don't get it twisted. But he was out there giving good effort. And I feel like over the course of a game, that could potentially wear down those big wings. Where's LaMarcus Aldridge been this entire time, Steve Nash? Steve Nash, you're trying to tell me LaMarcus Aldridge wouldn't have been good for a single pick and pop, for some rebounding, while Al Horford and fucking Grant Williams and Daniel Tice are just set up here just getting offensive rebounds just whenever they want to? That wouldn't have been, that wouldn't have been a good idea at any point during the series. All right, no problem. What else is there? Playing lineups that include Kyrie Irving, Patty Mills, Goran Dragic, and Seth Curry at the same time. Why the fuck are we doing that? Why? What's up with the 6'5" and under lineup? We're not playing AAU basketball here, Steve Nash. We're not playing against a bunch of high school kids that are like, the tallest player is going to be maybe 6'4", maybe. No, we're playing against other NBA players where the smallest player on the court for the Celtics is 6'5", which is Marcus Smart, who is also Marcus Smart is also one of the strongest players on the court because he was able to move Kevin Durant around like a motherfucking rag doll whenever KD wanted to get to anywhere on the spot. That was a big thing that I took note of too. We'll keep that in the back pocket when we come back to KD and Kyrie. Steve Nash, I just want to understand why was there no adjustments made over the course of 3 games, over the course of the entire season? It's been, we're going to ride our stars till the wheels fall off. That doesn't work. We don't have LeBron James. You're not dealing with guys who have infinite energy like fucking androids here. You're dealing with human beings. So Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, especially a Kyrie Irving that has played half the games this season, of course, they're going to struggle a little bit as it pertains to, they're going to struggle a little bit when it pertains to energy if you're playing them 45 plus minutes for 7 consecutive weeks. All right, Steve Nash, you are free to go. I hope after this season, they call you into the office, they shake your hand, they say, listen, thank you, Steve, for everything you've done for us these past 2 years. Good luck in your future endeavors, dog. We'll holla at you because you don't need to be coaching superstars. You need to go coach the Orlando Magic or something. Go coach some young stars. Go ahead and gain the ropes. Learn how to, learn how to galvanize the troops. Learn how to be an energy coach. Learn how to game plan. Just learn it all. Learn it all. You don't need to go back to Golden State because Steve Kerr is not doing nothing to help you anyway. But yeah, figure that out. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the players. We talked about KD and Kyrie a little bit. KD and Kyrie, they just need to be better. Seth Curry, he has been. I know he's been dealing with this bad ankle for a good majority of the season since he showed up from Philadelphia. So I'm not gonna kill him too much, but he really hasn't been really much of a factor this series. No, in previous videos I was saying that having a guy like Seth Curry who could potentially be your third scorer is huge. That's super important. You know what I'm saying? So when he's coming out and he's struggling, he's giving you 9 points a night. That's not really the protection you're gonna need. Unfortunately, you get a big boost from the greatest player of all time, aka Bruce Brown, Jordan. And yeah, man, it's just like that's a good boost. That's a good boost, but it's just that it's a boost. You don't want your boost to be the thing. You don't want you don't want to ride on a boost. You know what I'm saying, to propel you to where you want to be. So having that third scorer in Seth Curry, I really expect him to take that leap. He definitely did not, and for whatever reasons, hopefully he gets healthy and he can figure that out for next year. 'Cause I do believe that Seth Curry is a big game player. It just got to come down to he has to be healthy. He has to be in the right situation. Nick Claxton, he's been great for us this series. He's been out there just really battling, man. There's not much you can do. You can tell he's definitely he's a little light in the back pocket. He's not really as strong as he needs to be. So he's out there kind of getting ragged on a little bit by Al Horford and Daniel Tyson. Even guys like Grant Williams, aka Dennis Rodman. He's been out there performing crazy. Let me give Grant Williams just a shine just real quick. You've been balling out this series, my boy. You've been out there looking like have definitely been the aggressor. You definitely have been the intimidator. You definitely are the person who's got Kevin Durant kind of like backpedaling and on the ropes. So yeah, you that guy. You that guy. The season it's over. It's been lost. It's been lost to time. It is what it is, And now you just gotta kind of build on it, and you gotta just roll with the punches, and you gotta see what you can keep, see what you can get rid of for next year, and you figure it out from there. Ben Simmons, no reason to play Ben Simmons on Monday. Let him just go ahead and get healthy or whatever. Let him come back next season. If you want to let it, just take a see what it looks like. Fuck it, throw him in there. What you got to lose? Shout out to the Celtics. Like I said, I got one more game to win. I'm saying we ain't gonna lay down. We ain't gonna give it to you. So y'all niggas gonna have to come out here and earn this last dub. But I feel you guys are definitely more than capable of doing so. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Shout out KD, Kyrie. All them boys. Listen, I'm super disappointed right now in the boys, but we will be back after game 4, and we'll start talking about some plans for the future. All right, so listen, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good basketball YouTube stuff, and I'll see y'all boys in the next video. Peace.